What's that one then? Which one are we doing there?
Instagram.
Okay. Okay, we are live. Today we are talking about the healthy immune system. How can we be more healthy? And how does alkaline water or just filtered water really play a role in that? So to begin with, we need to understand a little bit about water and its effect on our body. So our body is obviously made of trillions and trillions of cells, right? I mean, we were taught that in science class. Science class talks about how what we need to do is we need to be able to eat good food, right? We need to inhale good air. And we need to drink really, really good water, right? We need to have some good water. So those are the main components that actually make our cells actually electrify. In fact, when you take a look at cells, one of the most important things about cells is they can either be perfectly round and they look real strong, or sometimes they can be actually not completely round. And one of the great things about water is it strengthens our cells. It actually helps our cells that we're made out of get stronger, become more round. You know, when we become dehydrated, and maybe if you've been drinking last night, it was Friday, right? Maybe someone was drinking last night, you're a little hungover today. We're dehydrated. What happens when we're dehydrated? We feel bad. We feel awful. We're like, ew, just gross. Well, our cells are not perfectly round. We're sitting there in this dehydrated state, and our body doesn't perform well. I mean, some of the numbers that you may not even be aware of is amazing today. That how much water you have to drink today. According to Mayo Clinic, they're suggesting that men drink 15.5 cups of water a day. Women should be drinking 11.5 cups of water per day. So if you think about that for a second, the more advanced we've gotten, the more we know about our body, we know, wow, we should be eating right? We know we should be keeping ourselves out of like toxic environments, and you know they've changed the emissions schedule. Oops, we have a little fallout here. The emissions schedule. Got to fix this video. Dave's going to take care of it for us. They're going to fix the emissions so that we're not inhaling all this smog anymore, right? We have smog alerts. Stay out of smog. Why? Because the smog, this pollution gets into our body, then our body has to get rid of it. Well, today, I'm going to talk about how we can get rid of that. How does your body get rid of that? You know, we want to, of course, eliminate it. We want to make sure that we're not bringing it in. That's why a lot of you might be eating organic foods. Some of you might be making sure that you're not involved in a toxic environment. Maybe you've moved to even more healthy place to live. So there's some really great things that take place that you can do. But when it comes to the normal toxins that you do ingest, that you might inhale, how does your body get rid of them? I mean, how does your body dispose of them? Well, there's a lot of different things out in the market that talk about it. Number one thing is that we know that water carries things. Not only does it carry nutrients and dissolve nutrients in your body, like the magnesium and calcium, different things that you eat, your body, water is actually used to dissolve those minerals so that your body can absorb it. Well, also water acts as a conduit to get the stuff out of your body. This is what your kidneys and your liver is all about, right? So the whole idea of drinking this water is to be able to flush your body of all that. Now, there's a lot of different things that the water does. I want to make just a list here that Mayo Clinic says. It delivers oxygen to the body. It regulates body temperature. It moistens the tissues of your body. So it's moistening all these membranes in our brain or in our head, so your sinus cavity, your lungs. I mean, it's so important to the breathing aspect of our bodies. It protects the bodies and organs and tissues. It carries nutrients, as I said earlier. It flushes out waste. It dissolves the minerals. And these are just some of the basic things that actually water does to the body. Now, the question is what kind of water do we want to flush our body with, right? How do we want this cell to look? Do we want to drink water that might have chlorine, fluoride, mercury, lead? Does it make sense to drink that kind of water? I mean, when we look at the EWG report per city, most cities have things in there that are questionable. Now, they might meet the 1972 standards that the EPA set, but today we know that our bodies are way more sensitive. I mean, the EPA just recently updated its lead standard to 0. They used to say we could allow some lead in the water. Well, after the whole issue with Flint, Michigan, we now know that this EPA said, well, maybe it should be 0. Whoops. So they weren't right in 1972. So now they're going to be a little bit different, right? So I look at this and I would propose that you might look at it and say to yourself, should I maybe have a little bit stronger schedule of what is in our water? What things should be out of the water? You know, what do I really want hexavalent chromium 6 in the water? Chicago water has it. It has mercury in the water. It has chlorine. It has fluoride. I mean, there's byproducts from adding the chlorine. They're trihalomethylenes. There is no government standard on that. They think it's okay. I mean, if you look at the side of a bottle of a chlorine box, it said chlorine bottle, it says toxic, right? It's toxic. Same thing with fluoride. It's toxic. But the EPA in 1972 said small amounts is okay for you. Now, you know, I worked with a gentleman who had a great line about chlorine, and it's sort of like it's a necessary evil. Chlorine is actually designed for the transport of water. So he used it as an analogy like a candy bar wrapper, right? You have a candy bar wrapper, you want it wrapped because everyone that touches it and puts it in the boxes and puts it on the shelves, they're touching it. You don't want them touching your candy bar that you're eating, right? So that's the same analogy with chlorine. As it's being transported from the city to your home, it's a great, great tool because we don't want bacteria to get into the water. Remember what happened at the turn of the century back in the late 1800s? Chicago had an epidemic of people dying because of the coliform they got in the water, right? So this is a great tool. Chlorine is a great tool, but once it gets into your home, it's sort of like that candy wrapper. Do you leave it on and eat the candy wrapper? No, you take the candy wrapper off. Why? Because the chlorine really isn't that good. In fact, President Obama commissioned some of the finest doctors in our country to determine what are the things that Americans can do to prevent cancer. And regarding water, they said the number one thing that you can do is filter your tap water. So that's great. So we know filtering tap water would be great. We urge you to take a look at what contaminants are in the water and get a product to take that out. Now, there's a lot of information out there about alkaline water. And so we wanted to address alkaline water because probably 50%, 40% of our customers are asking us about alkaline water. And so to me, it makes a lot of sense for you to take a look at alkaline water and make a decision whether or not you want it or don't. Now, Mayo Clinic recently came out with a study. They didn't really do an in-depth study, but they did a paper on it. And they said that after their research, they found zero reasons why alkaline water actually helps the body. Now, that's incomplete, and that's zero. It's great that people actually drink more water, which flushes the body and makes it stronger, but there's no scientific proof yet that alkaline water actually makes your body more healthy, according to Mayo Clinic. Now, there's a lot of people out there who have used alkaline water and had tremendous success. We have a Kangen machine here at our office. The reason why is because we wanted to understand alkaline water. We wanted to understand how does it work. Like I drank it and I did feel a little bit stronger, a little bit more energy. Now, could it be the placebo effect? It could be. Could it be because it actually helps carry the nutrients through my body? Maybe the more alkaline the water, did it strengthen the cell to make it stronger? I mean, there's very important information that was done from a doctor called Dr. Let me get his name, Otto Warburg, who said that in a petri dish, he was able to prove that cells did not obtain cancer as a result of being in an alkaline environment. So that's more or less the reason why all the alkaline information is coming out there. Like, what do we have to do? In fact, every morning I do a Wim Hof method. The whole idea of doing this Wim Hof method is that it makes your blood more alkaline. And as such, you feel better, which I can attest to. For me, it did. For thousands of people around the world that are doing the Wim Hof method, they feel more fantastic. And all it was is simply inhaling more oxygen, doing rounds and rounds of 30 deep breaths. We know deep breathing is very healthy to the body. Again, what makes the cells, let's go back to the cell, what makes a cell so strong? Water, oxygen, and food, right? That's what creates electricity. So let's take a look at that. So I know that oxygen, and I know that myself drinking more alkaline water has made me have a little bit more energy, feel a little stronger. So when it comes to the immune system, it seems to me that it's logical that that's what we want to do. Now, alkaline water, to be able to specifically discuss that, alkaline water is designed to take normal water, which is in most of America, the water's 7 pH. That's the alkalinity level of our water. Our body is 7.5 or 4 pH. So it's perfect for our body. Now, doctors, in fact, we have a client that's a digestive tract doctor, I forget his name. But anyhow, he explained to me one day when I talked to him about this, he said, our bodies, as we consume things, our stomach adjusts by adding acid to things that are base or adding other chemicals to the body if we drink it too alkaline. So our body naturally changes what we consume. So it sort of dispels the theory that drinking alkaline water is will make your blood system and make your cells more alkaline. However, there's no scientific proof of that either. So we're sort of, when it comes to alkaline water and drinking alkaline water, will it make you more alkaline or will it not make you more alkaline? That's up for you to decide. I mean, there are some things that you can do. You can do blood tests for yourself. Drink alkaline water all day. You can go and do a blood test and see whether or not you become more alkaline, your blood system becomes more alkaline. Obviously, we don't want to make any claims that alkaline water actually addresses cancer issues or health issues, especially in this coronavirus days. But what we can say is that drinking more water is healthy. Alkaline water, if you'd like to try it, it's worth trying. To a lot of people, to thousands of people around the world, they've literally tried alkaline water and have had success. Now, our opinion with it, though, is why we shouldn't just drink alkaline water. We should filter the toxins out and then alkaline. And what's great is a brand new company, or a company just came out with a brand new product, that's Eco Water out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And they're introducing the first reverse osmosis system that then alkalines the water. It's amazing. The reason why I state that is because we've got a Kangen machine here, or we've used other machines that alkaline water, and they use electroplates to charge the water. And in charging the water, they're able to create 2 streams of water, one alkaline and one acidic. So what they do is they produce alkaline like 9.0, 9.5. You can even go a little higher than that, water. And so that's what you drink. The thing is that you can't supply that machine with purified water. It needs all the minerals in the water. So it's very, very difficult to take an alkaline system and make alkaline water from reverse osmosis water. Because as you guys know, by watching my videos, I'm a big fan of taking alkaline water or making water as clean as possible. Take all the contaminants out. Again, when we look at a water droplet, if you haven't seen me use this before, a water droplet is like a party bus. It just wants everybody on board. It's like, come on, who wants to go? And then everyone gets on board. It's calcium, it's magnesium, it's mercury, it's lead, it's vinyl chloride, it's whatever contaminants they want, it jumps on top. Look at what water did to the Grand Canyon, right? So that's why I want to take this water droplet and I want to clean it. Logic tells me before I go put that in my body, I'd like that as clean as possible. Now, Again, 1972 standard says you can still have mercury, some no lead anymore. Chromium-6, there's not even a standard for chromium-6. This is what the Aaron Brockovich story was all about, right? They still haven't updated their standard, and they know that it causes cancer. Yet they cannot do that, because in order to get chromium-6 off of this water droplet, you must reverse osmosis the water or distill it. So if we're going to alkaline the water, try to make it alkaline, we should take everything off the water droplet. There are no filters that can take hexavalent chromium-6, mercury, lead, trihalomethylenes, all the scary stuff out of the water, other than a good NSF-rated reverse osmosis system. I mean, I can apply some different things to take some different contaminants out. This is why you as a consumer should see what's in your water and then get yourself an NSF certified product to take that contaminant out. Then, and only then you can alkaline, you can take and make your own alkaline water, which is great. It's a great idea. Now, we have a lot of people who've written us a couple notes. What about buying alkaline water? Yes, you can buy alkaline water, but I would get yourself a very inexpensive pH test kit to make sure it is. We took a variety of different bottles and we tested them, and they weren't alkaline. So it's like you're paying this money in hopes that it's alkaline, but do your own test. Make sure if you're going to spend the money on that it's actually worth it. The problem as we see it is that they're always in plastic bottles. And if they're in plastic bottles, what happens to that plastic? Well, as you all might remember from some of my videos, what we know is that plastic water bottles are thrown in the garbage dump. They're not recycled anymore. China decided not to buy our plastic anymore. By the way, we think that we know what they did with all the bad plastic. They just threw it in the ocean. That's why we have the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. But regardless, if you take a look at it, they just right now, our society is either burning or burying all the plastic you use. So rather than buying bottled water, which you hope is good, you should do your own tests on it, you hope is good, and that they're not cheating you just for the profit dollars. And our opinion is you might want to look at a product that might be NSF certified and put it in your own hands. Look at what's in your water, decide what you want to take out, and then get an NSF certified to take it out. Then, and only then it makes sense to hydrate your body. Make yourself stronger. Make yourself have more energy. Make your cells work better. And when they work better, that's how you improve your immune system. We know we got to flush the bad stuff out of our body. So arguably, especially in this environment today, if we get a virus in our body, if we get an illness, a cold, a sickness, doctors tell you, eat right, drink a lot of fluids, right? Well, why not drink a lot of fluids every single day? That way, maybe you can prevent it from happening. So again, our goal today was to talk about alkaline water, how filtered water and alkaline water can make you more healthy. Now, again, when it comes to alkaline water, I just want to do a summary. There is no scientific proof. I just want to make sure that that's clear. There is no scientific proof that it actually strengthens your cell. What we do know is drinking more water does strengthen your cell. So it might perform very well for you like it has done for thousands of other people. But again, we simply can't state yet that it is absolutely positively a great thing for your body, because it's just right now still an unknown. So when we do know, we will get back to you and let you know. We hope that this has been a great time for you. We hope that we've been educational for you. We hope we addressed that one question. We had another question earlier about how it dissolves waste, but if you think about it, you have your kidneys and you have your liver, so it helps push all that through your body. So water actually is that transport system to get it through your body. We hope we answered your question. And so we appreciate you tuning in this Saturday. And again, we'll be back again the first Saturday of every month. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe. Please press like and share this with your friends. Again, we hope that you and your family stay healthy during this time of our lives.
That was a little hokey this time. we should have spun that around and used the other front-facing camera, but it still worked. And the message was good.
Yeah, it was good.
The message was, I like the message.
So I'll let you do this guy since maybe you have to share it or something it's saying. Post this video to keep it. So we want to share it. Post your video to your timeline. There we go. So share.
Hey, Daniel, how's it going?